Because some people, you have to lose everything to somebody that you probably despise now. Before you enter into marriage, I know people enter into marriage because they're thinking forever. This is their forever partner. But you also have to take into consideration, what if it's not forever? People don't like to think like that. Because some people, they probably feel like, oh, they can never imagine themselves not with this person. But sometimes you have to get along with the Father and think things through. And think, well, what if this doesn't work out? And are you willing to make the sacrifices that you're going to have to make if it doesn't work out? Because it's not always going to be the honeymoon. Marriage is hard work. It's labor. And some married people out there, I'm sure some people, single people would agree, aren't they the most miserable looking people you've ever seen? I'm not saying single people aren't miserable too, some of them, but because it's like you bonded yourself permanently for some people to somebody that they hate, that they despise. And then what if you get married to somebody and they stop taking care of themselves and grooming themselves and bathing and just so many things that can happen. They just start slouching around from day to day to day on the couch, watching TV, not taking baths, poor hygiene, poor physical appearance, decide they want to go out and have sex with other people. What can you do about it but cuss them out? I'm not saying for anybody to curse them out, but there's so many things that can come into play. You fellas, you could marry a woman that cooked for you like you were a king during the courtship, and then when you got married, she was like, look, I ain't your mama. Y'all better think before you bind yourself to other people's spirits. For you sisters out there, he may have seemed like Prince Charming until you married him, and he started coming in at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, and you knew he had been out, just crawled out of the bed with another woman. But now you're emotionally attached to a demon that wined and dined you and was probably only loyal during the love bombing phase. See, people can switch up. That's the thing, y'all. People can switch up, and oftentimes they do. That's the reason why relationships don't work out, as you all know. Well, many of you know also. That's the reason why unions don't work out, because people will switch up. And it's not that they changed. It's just that that's who they were anyway. They were just fronting for you. So, to me, marriage is a heart condition. A relationship is a heart condition. Meaning, during biblical times, people just, I think they just had a different type of heart. Because there was a man in the Bible who his wife was a prostitute, and he just kept going out and getting her off the streets. That's how much he loved that woman. See, it's a love issue. That's the problem right there. People don't love people. People want people's money. People want people's houses. People want people's cars. They want certain lifestyle. But where is the love? Because love is a very difficult emotion to shape. And then we live in a world that is so materialistic now. People go after superficial things. And that's why these marriages aren't working. That's why these relationships aren't working. That's the reason why Satan can dangle somebody in somebody's face and distract them and take their attention. Because of the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, and all of that. Because that's who that person is. So you have to take that into consideration too. That no matter how beautiful you are, my sister, there are other beautiful women out there too. What if one day he decides, well, he wants to go over there with somebody else? Or for you, my brothers, you may be handsome, but there are other handsome men out here too. What if one day she says, there's another dude out there, maybe he's got a newer model car, maybe he makes $1 more than you, or $2 more than you. She decides, well, this is getting old, this is getting played. I think I'm gonna go, explore my other options. I mean, it was what it was for when it was. Da, da, da. That's the mentality that people have because people are not truly and really in people's hearts. I'm telling you. Marriage is a matter of the heart. Courtship is a matter of the heart. The longevity of a marital union is a matter of the heart. Marriage is a heart issue. I'm telling you. And during biblical times, I think a lot of people just had softer, more pure, genuine hearts than they do in this day and age. So, as it pertains to this day and age, be careful because, yes, the story of Ruth and Boaz is very nice, and her friendship the loyalty and that she had with Naomi and all of that, but That's like those old school folks. I'm talking about old ancient school folks. People just don't have those kind of heart. I shouldn't say that. It's not my call. But I feel like it's very rare that you meet people that have those kind of hearts nowadays. And if you are that type of person, you might not. I'm not trying to be discouraging, but you might not find what you're looking for out there. I'm being realistic. I know that with God, all things are possible, my sisters and my brothers. But I'm just saying, be careful. Be careful because the devil wears disguises. And we live in a world now where males don't value females, they value one another. So now, we're talking about the whole Sodom and Gomorrah type thing, and that's what, recorded in the Bible as well. And this world it's just been a wrecked, hot mess since Adam sinned. Adam, what he did, it's like it just, seems like it reverberated throughout the whole universe or whatever. It's just a catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe. Not only did it affect the earth, but I believe it affected the entire universe as it pertains to, like I stated in my other conferences, if there's life on other planets. Because if they're susceptible to death, that means they were, I'm hearing, compatible with sin. Oh my God. That means them and sin went hand in hand, because a lot of times when we think about what Adam did, we think about this earth realm where it just affected the earth. We don't think about the things abroad. That sin is like a negative energy. It's like an energy that just a bad one though. That can just affect any and everything. Adam's sin did something that we don't even fully understand. I feel that's my. Nobody has to agree with me. I feel like we can read the Holy Scriptures, we can know what Jesus did for us, but you got to understand something. He came down from heaven to this planet. That's how serious what Adam did was. Whoa! I don't feel that our minds can even have the capacity to understand and embrace the full, I'm hearing, sin effect, the full effect of sin. Not only as it pertains to us, but as it pertains to the just the universe. Anything that humanity says that he's touched out there. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to conclude this conference right there. I may come back and do another one more in depth. I just wanted to send a word out there. Just something for people to consider, because like I said, I don't try to influence people to be one way or the other in my conferences. I basically just give people food for thought. But I'm really seriously starting to wonder if people aren't better off by themselves. Now, nobody has to agree with me, but when you think about, but then again, the negative, excuse me, with that would be they've got to foot all the bills by themselves. If something happens, there's nobody to call. There's nobody to catch them other than Father. I know Father can do that, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. But you guys get what I'm saying. A single person will have more responsibility than people that are in a union. They'll have to work extra hard because of that other person that is not there. That's all I'm saying. And I just think that people, even when we come into the world, we come into the world with unrealistic expectations, because you come into the world believing what you've been fed, either through images, the media, or your own perceptions of life, that oftentimes are misleading and deceiving. And it is not until you've gotten some years under your belt that you realize, wait a minute, this planet really isn't a nice place to be after all. That a lot of people really aren't nice out there after all. That the dating scene isn't what you perceive it to be after all. Because when you're young, you feel like you have a lot of options, you have a lot of selections, and you might have a lot of options. But what good is it to have options when they're all bad? If they're all bad, I'll word it that way. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, I feel like if you are a genuine hearted person and you have a pure spirit, you're not going to be attracted to people that are not of your same vibration anyway. Because a lot of times you can look at a person, I don't care how well dressed they are or how sharp they are, you can look at them and be turned off to them because you can see their spirit despite their flesh. And their spirit will turn you off. That's why you have to try the spirit by the spirit. And make sure you do that before you say I do. Okay? So anyway, you guys, God bless you all until next time. Bye-bye.